got a special guest filling in. My blood cousin goes by Bars. Say what's up.
Yo, 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 your boy Boz here.
My nigga just said your boy.
Right.
You just lost points already. That's tough.
Man.
No, I'm just fucking with you. But yeah, man, I know we've been away for a minute, but we back now. That's all that matter. And we got a lot of shit we could talk about. So I think the main thing niggas want to talk about is the shit going on with Ben Simmons right now. And he got that issue going on with Philly where they talked about trading him in the offseason and that hurt his feelings or whatever, I guess. And now he don't want to play for them at all. So I guess I just want y'all to touch on like who you feel is more like in the right or wrong and who got the leverage, even though I feel like this a pretty easy answer. But we're gonna let the special guest get his thoughts out first. So Bars, what's on your mind?
In my opinion, I'm gonna rock with Ben Simmons on this one. After I know y'all trying to trade me and y'all can't get what y'all want, now y'all just gonna try to bring me back and say, "Oh yeah, come play ball for us again, come win us a championship." Nah, it don't work like that. Now I want to leave. Feel me? Let me get up out of there.
That's facts. Like, I mean, shit.
Yeah, it's really it's real simple, bro.
Yeah, he went out. They want to keep him, but it's like, nah. Once you put me on that block, now let's get me up out of here so I can go play ball somewhere else.
Okay, so I can expand the question. Like, how do you think both sides could work it out where it benefit them both, or like they both can get somewhat of a happy ending for this?
Well, he said he want to go to Sacramento. Put a package together where you can get something. You're not gonna get what you want back for him, but put something together where you can get something back for him. Ship him to Sacramento and let him live his life after that. You can still get some solid pieces for Ben Simmons to put around a Joel Embiid and a Tobias Harris to contend in the East a little bit, in my opinion.
Okay, say you can't get it to work with Sacramento though. Like, what's another destination you could see? Like, realistically though, like not just because I know the hot thing was Portland, but realistically, based on what pieces other teams have, like if Sacramento can't work out, where else can you see him going?
Only other place I see him going is Houston
That's tough.
for John Wall.
Houston, the spot I think he going, like I would say, is the best for both teams. Houston don't want John Wall. They want to get younger. Ben Simmons a younger talent. I think it worked. And they need Philly need a real point guard. John Wall, not a knockdown shooter, but he experienced. He done been in the playoffs. He been in big games. I think he could knock down a decent jump shot. And then I've seen John Wall play with nice big men and make them look good. So I think he could do the same in Philly. That'd be perfect. Like perfect for Houston, perfect for Philly. But I think Philly too greedy to take a older nigga in John Wall. But that's perfect in my opinion.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest problem is Philly still asking for too much. Like they gotta realize they ain't got no leverage no more. Cause y'all let y'all dirty laundry get out like that. Now teams know he don't want to play there anyway. So y'all asking price don't mean shit to them. They're like, man, you're gonna take what we give you, or you just gonna not be using Ben Simmons and just wasting salary.
I think it's their fault. They tried to paint this picture that Ben Simmons not a great player. And honestly, even without the jump shot, he a great player to me. I don't think Ben Simmons need to develop a jump shot. We just seen Giannis win a championship without a jump. Well, I'm not gonna say that.
No,
He
I
have
was
a
just gonna
more
say
reliable. He have a more reliable offensive game than Ben Simmons. A more reliable jumper. But
he
Ben
got the
Simmons,
mindset too. Ben
yeah,
Simmons
he
ain't got
got the
that
mindset.
mindset.
I think Ben Simmons can have it though. Bro, we've seen Ben Simmons play at a high level. We've seen Ben Simmons get points. It's just that whole Atlanta series, he wasn't aggressive. That's all it's about, bro. If he went out there and said, "All right, I'm finna get 25 guaranteed tonight. Fuck being Magic Johnson, fuck passing it to Joel, and I'm finna go get 20." He could. Cause who could stop him? What guards, what wing players can really stop this nigga?
I felt like if he just went out there and hooped, he would have been good. He just thinking too much. All the
I
media in his head, the coaches in his head. He just need to go out there and hoop. That's why a new situation is probably the best for him because he can't hoop in Philly no more. They don't want him there. He don't want to be there. it ain't gonna work. He mentally messed up, and that's messing with his game. He can't develop a jump in Philly. He don't want to. He want to go somewhere else, and then he gonna flourish. In my opinion, he gonna
Yeah, I think
flourish
he
to
gonna flourish.
that everybody been wanting to see. He showed that he can shoot. There's no reason that you can shoot in the offseason, but you don't shoot at all in the playoffs. Like that's mental. That's a
It's all
mental.
confidence. Yep, mental. All confidence.
So once he get past that, I feel like Ben Simmons is gonna be Ben Simmons that I expect him. But until he get up out of there, Philly ain't gonna win, and Ben ain't gonna win either.
So y'all had brought up Houston. You think, because Philly gonna ask for him, you think Houston gonna be willing to give up Green?
No, what? Hell no,
But you
bro.
know how Philly acting right now. You know they gonna ask for it.
Bro, but let's talk about for a quick little second. Not even let's talk about it. I just want to bring this to y'all attention. I thought about this today watching Dallas against Houston. Jalen Green and Kevin Porter Jr. gonna be one of the best backcourts in the league in a few years. But
Yeah,
that's
they
a
can
story
put.
for another podcast.
I already told y'all Kevin Porter gonna be a dog. I don't know about Jalen Green yet.
Bro, Jalen Green, tough. Watch the next Houston game. I'm telling you, make it your business to watch the next Houston game. He remind me of I think I said this before to you the other night, like a J.R. Smith, Nick Young type. But I think he go be better than them. Like he got the swag of a Nick Young, the swag of a JR. He got everything in his bag. He a for show bucket. Like you gotta watch that nigga, man. I think he better than he right on par with Anthony Edwards. They real similar, but he bigger. 6'6". Pure shooter, pure shooting guard. Watch, I'm telling you, watch the game.
We'll see. But I'm just
Yeah, it's
saying,
early.
Philly is gonna ask about him, and how they
Nah.
acting, they probably just gonna be like, well, if we can't get Jalen Green, we cool.
I think Ben Simmons could play for I think Ben Simmons could come back and play for Philly.
But all right, first of all, let me make sure it's clear where I stand on it. I think they both kinda in the wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Philly, in reality, all they did was be honest about Ben Simmons. Now, maybe they was a little wrong and said he acting like he's not great because we know he is, but at the same time, they basically telling you, bro, you need to work on your shit because it's holding us back. Which it
But
is.
my
That's a
coach
fact.
can't say this to the media, bro. When
Right.
they
That's why I
ask
said, that's why they're wrong for doing that shit, making it public. You supposed to do that shit with him privately.
Doc Poster said, yes, we could win a championship with Ben Simmons.
Right. That's
Simple.
facts. But Ben Simmons also needs to understand this shit a business, man. You could come and go at any time.
Yeah, if you don't get better.
Right. You gotta improve. You can't just stay stagnant your whole career and just expect people to keep wanting to pay you hundreds of millions of dollars to keep losing, basically. That shit ain't gonna work. But I feel like him and MB don't work anyway. I think you gotta build around one or the other. And if I gotta pick one to build around, I'm picking Joel Embiid right now.
Now picture this. Picture Houston trading Ben Simmons for Ben Simmons, right? You give up John Wall, you give up Eric Gordon.
That's
Now
the move right there.
Philly got their shooter and they got their guard. Ben Simmons goes to Houston. He's the one. They still got Jalen Green. They got Kevin Porter. He can go grow with them. It's like a win-win, in my opinion. You feel me? But it never works out that way.
Yeah, dang. I feel like when Philly finally do trade him, they're gonna try to trade him to the worst possible scenario. They're gonna try to get the most they can from like the worst case scenario for him. Cause I think that's what it's gonna boil down to anyway. Cause motherfuckers not really trying to give them what they asking. They asking price hella high. And even if he was to come back, that should just be awkward and then to make their team worse.
It just depends on how close they is too, bro. Cause they've been together for years. Like they gotta have some type of relationship, some type of brothership. Him, Tobias Harris, Joel Embiid. Like they gotta be able to squash that shit. I like it don't always work like that. Some relationships do. Some players do break apart, but them niggas been together for a long time. There's some shit they can work out. Doc Rivers on is different. He just got there. But like your teammates, yeah, you I kind of feel like you jagged the game. Joel shouldn't have said it in front of the media like Doc shouldn't have said it in front of the media, but yeah, they could come tell him, bro, you smoked this shit for us. Like, get better. But you gotta do that shit in private.
Yeah, because it
But
sounds
niggas
like
make mistakes.
Joel over that shit for real.
Yeah, he over the games, man. Like, bro, come on. I'm getting better. Joel would have been MVP if he ain't get hurt.
Yeah, I agree.
So
I think we talked about that too.
it's like, man, it's his team, man. Like, get your shit together or get the fuck on. But
Yeah, and I was talking with my cousin before about this shit. Well, I was talking about how people been bashing MB in the media over these years for like saying he don't dominate enough and shit, but not realizing at the same time he been sacrificing his game for years trying to cater to Ben Simmons. So
man,
if he could keep making these sacrifices over the years and dealing with the backlash from the media, I think it's fair for him to be able to say, "Look, bro, you need to get your shit together. I'm tired of carrying this shit on my back all by myself. Like this needs to be both of us. I'm doing my part. What are you doing?"
for real. Simple
And
as
you
that.
see, I feel like last season he just got sick of that shit. He like, bro, I'm not just finna keep playing this spot up at mid range role while you do weird shit with the ball. I'm about to go eat, and that nigga was finna win MVP. So
I think
clearly,
Shaq in his head too,
yeah, cause
telling
Shaq
him
the main culprit.
20 and 10, need 25 and 15 in the playoffs. You know, he start hearing it, start thinking, okay, they hyping up, you know, the Joker and everybody. I can do that same stuff but better. So once he started doing it, it's like, okay, now he really don't need best. Just
Yeah,
he
they
need a
don't
team.
need Ben Simmons to me.
Ben Simmons is in his way now.
Yeah, and that's what like he over it now. He's like, okay, I don't need him. We did it without him because he didn't do nothing in the playoffs pretty much anyway. So you
He
know,
hooped in the playoffs. It's just that Atlanta series in the fourth quarters, he was
Oh,
non-existent.
he
He
was
was
scared to
bold.
shoot free throws. That's why he went attacking. He didn't want to get fouled.
That's exactly what
he
it was.
But that's why you
too
got to
much
work
money.
on your game. See, I guess that just boiled down to the person though, because another motherfucker could take that public calling out and take that shit as motivation.
Yeah, not want to get traded though. Like, be upset, but damn, like that's when we kind of got to look at it like Ben Simmons. You you is kind of on some whole shit. Like they won't post it in the media, but damn, you want to get traded now? You ready to jag money now too because of this shit? Like, come on.
See, I feel like it'd be a lot worse if what they said wasn't true. But they basically just kept it real. I honestly feel like, don't we all wish more people did that shit when they got interviewed in the media? Like, keep that shit a buck
Oh
with us.
yeah, hell yeah, bro. I wish niggas did like in the media keep it a bean.
That's all they really did. They basically gave us what we wanted, and we been attacking them for it, basically. But I don't think we should be doing that. We should be praising them low key.
Low key, yeah,
Call
yeah.
people out on their shit, man.
Cause that's gonna make you get on your shit more. Like they called me out to the media versus they called me out in the locker room. I can still just be her, and I don't got to worry about nobody talking shit about it.
Not a
No,
world watching you though.
like get your ass, man, shoot the fucking jumper. But I
Man,
also think it's they scheme too, like they system
they don't
putting
know
him
how their
back.
system is built. They don't know because it go back to having both Simmons and Embiid. They don't know if they want to play with Embiid in the post, which you can't do with Simmons on the floor, or they don't know if they want Ben Simmons like ISOing up top.
And
And
think about it too. They have a lot of injuries, bro. So Ben Simmons be hurt, Embiid be hurt. Well, Ben Simmons don't be hurt, but you know Embiid be hurt. They used to they've played both styles, bro. They've played without Embiid and just letting Ben Simmons rock, and he hoops. And then they've played with both of them. So you're right.
that just reminded me. This is another thing me and him was talking about. I was saying how Philly roster is built perfectly for Simmons or Embiid. It's just not built perfectly for both of them.
Yeah.
You could remove one and you'll be fine. Like you'll still be a like top 3 in the East if you got rid of one and just kept building around the other.
I got a question. Ben Simmons is how tall?
6'10", 6'11", something
Ain't
like
no
that.
excuses for that man. You 16. You 6'10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Period. Like you should be able to work with anybody. You 6'10. You should be able to dominate. Like there's no excuses. No excuses.
Especially since his matchup always smaller than him. It's not like they be putting a big man on him.
He plays the one and
LeBron
he's
stick him when they
6'10.
play the Lakers though.
That's when you get
A lot of wings stick him though. Like that's a lot of wing. You not putting like Atlanta not sticking him with Trae Young. Like teams not putting their point guards on him.
right.
But still, even still, a lot of the small forwards he go against, he bigger than.
But still, it go back to nigga. If you ain't got no jump
Mm.
shot, you still easy to guard because I'm just gonna
Yeah.
sag off of you.
Yeah, you could put anybody on him. Not nobody
Yeah.
smaller than him, but somebody his size, you could put him on him. He ain't gonna shoot it.
And if you drive by me, you driving right to the help, and I'm just gonna rotate to his man. That's an easy
Mhm.
defense.
And he go pass. Like, but see, he wasn't always like that, bro. That's the thing too.
Man, start shooting right-handed, you'll be all right. Just listen to me, and you'll be okay. But as far as where I think I see him going, I agree with y'all. Low-key, Houston is probably the best option. But I know Philly gonna be too greedy, so that shit probably don't happen. They out of spite not gonna trade him to Sacramento just because he wanna go there. So I'm trying to think like what would be the worst position
Shit
for
at that he want to go to Sacramento.
He said it.
I didn't see that.
He wants to stay in Cali, in the Cali area.
Yeah,
Clippers,
that's the
Sacramento.
option is Sacramento.
Clippers
They
would be
want to
nice
be
for him
pretty
too, though.
Send them to New Orleans.
Mm.
Now y'all want to get up out of there anyway.
Now you know damn well the Pelicans is not about to trade Zion for Ben Simmons.
Oh no, send both of them miserable asses over there. Let them play together. Now y'all both could be.
OKC. OKC got what they want.
Okay, that's why I was just gonna go. I think OKC got all the pieces, and they
OKC
still a
got the
bad
pick.
team. Yep, they got all them picks. They got the young pieces. So if they do end up trading him, I feel like that's the top destination because it's gonna put him in a position where he can't win right away, and they're gonna get a lot of shit back for him.
In the opposite conference. They go get. They could
Knowing
get.
Philly, they gonna ask for Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
They not gonna get it though.
I wouldn't accept that anyway.
I think they get Giddy and like 3 picks. They go get Giddy and like 3 first if they was to do that shit. Giddy, Maglodon, and fucking all them first.
Yep.
And
Not
that'll be the
all of
move.
them. They might give him like 1 or 2 because the
Them
asking
niggas,
price kind of low.
they
But
want a lot of
that's
them.
gonna be what they have to settle for though, or
Bro,
just
because that's something to
comply
build
with.
around though. You got Shea, some more first, Ben Simmons. That ain't bad. If I'm OKC, I'll jump on that. Man, Simmons a once in a lifetime talent, man. Just because he can't shoot don't mean shit. He just got to get his mental right. Hire Mark Jackson, then it's on.
I just wish he was more aggressive, man. Like if he had a Giannis mindset, he'll be putting up Giannis numbers because they got like the same type of skill set almost.
I think
It's just
he go attack this year.
if the nigga man just come play. I want to see how this shit play out for real.
He's saying he got mental problems. Or is
Yeah,
that
lying like a motherfucker. We know what the case is, though. We know what that's about.
yeah,
So the other motherfucker, Kyrie Irving. I know this a touchy subject for some.
my boy.
Basically, they trying to force that man to get vaccinated, and I know it's like people are on both sides of this. It's people saying you got to do it because it's basically the same as having any other job. If they require it, if you want to keep working for that employer, you got to get vaccinated. And then it's the other side where they're like, you can't force somebody to do something with their body because at the end of the day, they only get one of them bodies. Now, I feel like it's bullshit, but at the same time, like I feel both sides of it. Cause you getting paid a lot of money, bro. And at some point, you either gotta say, look, this shit clearly not finna work here, so y'all gonna either have to trade me or y'all just gonna have to let me rock without getting vaccinated. Like he need to give them an ultimatum at this point, I feel like. Cause they not finna budge. Cause that shit is like that's mandated by New York State, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like it ain't shit the Nets can do about that. So if you really want to keep playing, then you're gonna have to get him that ultimatum. But like I said, I feel the other side, specifically his side, because like he's saying, look, bro, I'm trying to figure out everything I need to figure out before I decide to let them put this shit in my body. I'm unvaccinated myself. I feel like, but my reasons is different than his. And clearly I'm not making 30 something $million a year before endorsements. But I do feel him when he's like, bro, you can't force me to put something into my body. But at the same time, all our life we've been to go to school, we had to get flu shots and shit. And like you make a lot of sacrifices for your freedoms every single fucking day. And It just seemed like it's another one of those, but I'm with him. If ain't nobody gonna put no gun in my head and force me to do no shit. And I just don't like how the media is dragging that man, like making it seem like he's selfish and shit. Like Kyrie probably the most unselfish motherfucker in the NBA. He do so much shit for shit that really matter in the world. But people glossing over that over the fucking game. Like, nah, fuck that. Let him make his mind up, and when he ready, he ready. But at the same time, he do got to make a decision because they is paying you, my nigga.
Think he made his decision, my boy. That nigga ain't getting it.
So y'all don't think he gonna give in? I feel like he gonna give in eventually.
All right.
What you go ahead, boss? What you think?
No, you got it. I want to hear your opinion first.
I really don't know, man. It's tough to say because it's a lot of money, man. It's a lot of money to miss out on. So I know, like great players like Mike and Kobe would have got that shit, saying "fuck it," it didn't matter. Like they love the game so much. You feel me? They would have said "fuck it," it don't matter what was in it. Like I need to give me a ring. So for him, it's like if you love this game, how you say you love this game, you're getting paid real good money. You really want to play with KD and James Harden, you got to take it. You don't have no choice. Or if you really stand on what you believe in and it's over this basketball shit, just trade me, y'all. Just trade me, Brooklyn. Cause that's what it come down to. What's more important, winning a championship and the relationships you got with your teammates in Brooklyn, or your beliefs and everything you stand on? So I don't know what it is for him, but them really the two choices. Like I want to win a ring at all costs. I'm gonna take it. If that ain't what's all the way important, trade me to the Lakers. Trade me
How about
for
the
Russell
Lakers?
Westbrook. Trade me back to Braun. Whatever. They gotta just accept that fact that you can't play in San Francisco or New York without being vaccinated. Trade me. I don't want to go, but you feel me? What's
I
that?
know we making it sound like a really easy decision. Like I ain't mean to make it seem like it's so simple because that's a
I'm
life
not getting
changing
vaccinated.
decision for him. But
They would have had
right,
to trade me. I don't care if I was playing with my best friends in Brooklyn. Y'all, and I don't care if we already didn't. I got to ride. I
right.
got to
So
ride.
that's why I said like it's about time he just give them an ultimatum because it's places you can play where you don't even have to, you know, sacrifice you don't have to compromise your beliefs. You can just hoop unvaccinated. You just probably won't be able to play whenever y'all go play in New York or Oakland. But you still
In Kyrie defense, right? He not vaccinated. He don't want to get vaccinated, and they call him selfish. Now, all these other NBA players that's not vaccinated, that's in the states that's not mandated, they still get to come in to Brooklyn and play.
If
So
you're
if they
not
can come
vaccinated,
in,
you can't play though.
no, the opposing team, long as their state is not mandated, they can come into Brooklyn and they can play. But people that's mandated, I mean, people that's citizens of Brooklyn, they have to be mandated. That's what's weird. Because Bradley Beal can come into Brooklyn and he can play. He's not vaccinated.
that's
Then
right.
Kyrie also said that the management promised him that he would not have to be vaccinated. So then when the mandate come down, he's like, y'all promised me I wouldn't have to be vaccinated. It should be some way to work around this. It's a whole bubble. Y'all got millions of dollars. We did this with the bubble. Like it should be some way. I'm playing basketball for what 2 hours and then I'm leaving, going back to where I'm going. How is that a problem? But you know,
And want
it's a
him halfway in and halfway out. Like you can't play just away games and not practice at all.
facts. I agree with that. But if the opposing team can come in here and play and not be vaccinated, but I got to sit out because I'm a citizen here, that's BS.
Yeah, and that's the craziest part is if Kyrie didn't live in New York, he could play for them. Like if he
That's the
in
BS
LA or
part of
something,
it.
he could still play unvaccinated. And like, what difference do that make him not being vaccinated as opposed to all these other teams playing against each other unvaccinated?
It's not a lot of
Really?
people that's not vaccinated during the NBA. There's like 95% of the NBA vaccinated.
But still, if it ain't 100%, it's still some fishy shit in my opinion. Like, I honestly feel like they just attacking that man because he trying to make a difference in the real world.
Oh yeah, he definitely the token one right there, the trophy piece, the poster boy for this.
because
they gonna bring him down all the way down as much as they can because of all the stuff he stand for, all the stuff he was doing on the side, you know.
and it's one thing for motherfuckers to be saying shit, but when you putting your money into it, that's when people really start looking at you. And he putting his money where his mouth at. And I feel like they just don't like that shit, and they looking for any reason to throw his name in the mud. I always feel like it's an ulterior motive to everything, though, because that the whole situation is kind of bullshit. Like either everybody got to be vaccinated or nobody should have to be.
I feel
That's
like if the history wasn't what it was, it would be different. But when you got proof of fishy business in the past, it's like now you're trying to force it on me. It's like it's bringing red flags. Like why? You know, you did this before when we ain't had no knowledge of this, but now people, you know, got knowledge of what's going on in these vaccines, and now they don't want to take them no more. So now you're like, we're gonna mandate you. We're gonna hit your pockets. We're gonna make the people not be able to work that don't want to get mandated. If you think you're woke enough to, you know, stand up against us, we're gonna tell the jobs that, you know, if y'all don't mandate, I mean, if y'all don't vaccinate y'all employees, we're not gonna do business with y'all. So then now these jobs gotta force their workers to do it. You know, that's what he's standing up for. He understands that his pockets is good, but it's the picture that he's putting up. You know, forget basketball, forget it. I'll give it up for this cause. Is what he's saying. You know, and that's why I stand. I respect it because it's like okay, somebody got to do it. LeBron, he ain't doing it. He said he vaccinated. He already gave in to what was going on. But if somebody standing up saying no, it's a reason I'm not gonna do it, you know. I'm not gonna do it for the people that's not doing it. You know, I'm not doing it with y'all. That's how I feel like he doing it.
and to your point, like you said, if I sign a contract and you make promises to me, you gotta uphold those. I don't know. I guess
Oh,
it was like some finer details where they could change their mind at any point that maybe they just didn't go over. But if the man has made promises, I'm pretty sure he's just expecting you to follow through on those promises.
Facts.
That mean y'all had an understanding when he signed with y'all. So I don't know, but I honestly do think he's going to end up giving in. I hope he don't, but I feel like he is.
kind of hope he do, and I hope he don't, because I want to see them play together. I don't want to see them win.
Mm.
They a great team. I want to see it, but I don't really want to see him get a vaccination if he ain't with it.
It's like we get cheated again. We got cheated with the Warriors not being there last year. Got cheated the year before that because of COVID. You know, just want to see a good ass playoffs for one good year. You know,
Can we just have
let's
one
see.
regular ass season again? Damn. We had a normal season in what, 3 years?
Yeah, buddy.
Sick of this shit.
I'm tired of calling people the GOATs or the greatest or the best player in the league by default. Kawhi by default. You know, Giannis by default. LeBron by default.
Yeah. Shout out to the guests, the homie Bars, as he would say, your boy.
My boys, it's been an honor.
We definitely gotta have you back. When Bobby get back, we can all do this shit together. Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of the I'm Just Saying podcast. We appreciate the people who take the time to check us out whenever we upload, whether it's one person or a million people. We fucking with y'all, so we appreciate that. If you're listening on Spotify, be sure to drop a follow. And if you're tuning in on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications to keep up with all our latest content. We'll catch y'all in the next one.